lovely ladies of YouTube. It is the podcast here. Founded by our lovely Gazgo, aka James. Our co-founders here today will be Jim, aka the Spherical Cat. Say hello.
Hello.
And Zexion, aka Alex. Also say hello.
Hello.
What shall we talk about today, ladies?
Well, the first thing we think we should definitely talk about is, introduce ourselves. Perhaps.
Yes. Go on.
Am I going first? Okay. I'm Jim. I'm the Spherical Cat. I'm also Adam, but don't go there. I play basically any game that wants to run on my computer. I'm not that fussy. I don't like horror. Other than
We'll
that...
be playing quite a lot of that on the channel.
Other than that, pretty much anything you want to throw at me, I will play. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Go on, Alex. Introduce yourself as well.
Hello, I am Alex, and my online name many places is Zexion in some form or another. Just don't ask. I play a lot of LOL. I like mostly MOBA games, but like Jim, I will mostly try anything that gets thrown at me. And unlike Jim, I actually do like horror games a fair amount, just because they're quite funny.
Well then, at least one more person. Hello, I am James, aka Gazgar. I like to play MMOs. MMOs my scene of jamming. Played a bit of LOL here and there. A few of those StarCraft-esque games. Right then,
And
moving swiftly
we
on.
are, as always, 3 sheets to the win, which, if you haven't realised, is a pun on being drunk.
That's the
And,
plan.
yeah,
Which not all of us actually are.
only me most of the time. And tonight, my drink of choice for those.
I guess the drink of sponsoring for Jimmers.
I am drinking the Whitechapel Porter from Shepherd Neame. It is it's a roast malted richness with hints of spice and chocolate, or at least that's what it says on the front. It's 5.2%. It's a porter. I like dark beers. Porters are pretty nice. So that's what I'm drinking this evening.
My drink of choice is the Humble Becks today. Nothing special for me. Have a nice sip right now. Tastes like piss.
And Alex, of course, is one of those reptiles that drinks, that just absorbs water and moisture through their skin. So he doesn't drink anything, ever, at all, unless it's Coke. It's the only thing I've ever seen Alex drink, honestly. Coke. Coke and Pepsi.
So we're going to inevitably ask the question, what drink is sponsoring Alex today?
Pepsi Max!
Oh, what a surprise. Humbled, truly.
So, yeah, this is...
So
this
with
is
drinks in hand, let us begin.
yeah, so let's talk about what we do on this channel, or what we're going to do on this channel.
What little we do on this channel.
As
Let's be honest.
Alex mentioned, League of Legends. We play League of Legends.
So you can expect us failing horrifically at League of Legends.
There'll be some of that. Just some. That'll probably be recorded. That'll probably be edited stuff.
I'm about to say, I hope it's recorded, Jim.
Well, you never know.
Well, yeah, going with some of our earlier works. Dare I say, a map
best-
with no name.
We'll be delivering it all, the edited moments, the best moments and the worst moments, and of course, with all the salt included.
So basically,
All the salt.
anytime James dies, that's all you're going to see. Just James dying over and over and over and over and over again, because it never stops being funny.
Let forth the salt flow.
Particularly, we
He's
won't go into
determined
anything.
to make Victor Bot a thing.
Speaking
It's gonna happen.
Speaking of James dying over and over and over again, Minecraft. We play Minecraft.
Hey, I don't die over and over in Minecraft. It's
You
you
do.
that die over and over in Minecraft.
Yeah, well, fine. It's because I
Apart from
try.
bad jumps aside, yes, we'll be doing some modded. Do
Eventually,
a few community maps.
to basically put into
I say
terms,
Murdering a few community
Oh.
maps.
and that's going to be limited content for the next couple months, because our
Yeah.
server is dead.
Our server, aka poor computer, home on it. Yeah, fucked.
But yeah, no, things will be better over the summer.
Yes.
So that's the thing you can expect. We've done a little bit, but not a lot.
As I say, murdered more than played. Dare I mention that jumping puzzle?
Oh god, don't even go there.
Simple jumping puzzle, they said. 6 hours later.
We also play. Well, I also play a fair amount of indie games, stuff on IndieDB and stuff I just find trawling through Twitter.
So we'll be showcasing a few of Jim's
Yeah.
favourites of those.
Yeah, we'll be putting up some videos and speaking of, not speaking of, James mentioned that you play StarCraft stuff.
Yes, I say StarCraft stuff. I will probably play little of StarCraft, but the genre of StarCraft. Because I'm a dumb fuck and can never remember what it's called.
And
RTS.
Insert rage comments now.
So yeah,
Please do.
RTSs I play a fair amount of as well. We should have some point try and get a 3-way Grey Goo session going because
Sounds good.
Grey Goo's really fun.
Let's not ask Jim how to explain Grey Goo. I went through that once and it failed. So I won't subject you guys to that again.
Grey Goo's really fun.
Not heard of
Just
it.
nod and believe him. That's what I do. Yeah.
It's basically what happens when you take the control scheme of MOBAs and you throw it at RTS. So it's not as difficult as StarCraft, but that's a good thing because it makes it easier to get into and easier to play.
It makes us look like we
Insert
suck less.
rage comments here.
Insert rage comments here, yes.
Insert StarCraft best game.
But it does-
GG noobs,
it does
L2P.
make it
Hashtag
does
GG
make it
StarCraft
slower. StarCraft matches are really quick. Grey Goo takes a lot longer to get going and keep going. So there's trade-offs.
But hey, it's all personal choice. It's like the Heroes of the Storm.
And with that,
And with
fantastic,
that transition,
fantastic,
And with-
fantastic segue into we all play Heroes of the Storm, and well,
I
I
say
play a
play.
little bit.
We say
I've
play.
played like 3 matches.
We say play. I think the last time I touched it was a couple of months ago.
I've played 3 matches.
We will endeavour to play more of this.
Yeah, because Heroes
Show you the legend of Stealth Tank.
And it should be fun, and it probably would be with the 3 of us playing together.
Yes.
And I might play. I'm going to keep playing Pudge or Stitches or whatever he's called in that game.
I think
Yeah.
it's Stitches. Isn't it?
Insert Dota 2 elitist comments here. Speak of, we will inevitably
Send
be
all
playing
rage
Dota
comments.
as well.
www. We give a shit.
Yeah, Dota will probably be edited like Machinima style stuff though, because I don't really fancy playing against people in Dota because I am so bad at that game. But if we play against bots, then I can just take the piss.
You can watch me failing to use Invoker against beginner bots, and you will rage, and you will dislike.
I'm going to play Meepo for the first time ever, and it's going to be hilarious.
Simple. I play the simple character with the most difficult play style, of course, is Doom. Challenging, of course, to play Doom. I mean, very difficult. You can't just. No one could just pick him up and play him.
Speaking of Doom, the gods will surely bring us to them, because we also play Smite, and they recently did.
Talking of playing, everyone but me currently can play Smite. I would
Yeah, we'll
love
get
to
onto
play
that.
Smite, but Smite unfortunately would not let us play me.
Yeah, we'll get onto
Decided
that.
I'm not worthy to play amongst it. So hopefully that'll fix itself.
You didn't pray to the gods enough, James. You
Pray.
got
Must
to pray
sacrifice
to
more
the
lambs.
Pray to Zeus.
pray to the almighty Amun Cub, and
Pray to Ra.
Have the
for
bees on
skill
your
set,
side.
etc.
Pray to Beshu, the god of wine.
Bacchus. Bacchus is just the best. He's
So yes,
he's the
a
tank. I
few
always
games
wanted
we
to play.
indulge ourselves on, a few little snippets of what's to come on the channel.
Yeah, most of that will be either the Minecraft stuff probably won't be edited. The League, Smite, and Hero
Maybe
stuff
because we're
probably
lazy.
will be. Heroes maybe not, because those games are quite short.
Actually, but forgetting that, I will probably do a small bit of WoW content. If you're looking for raids, maybe if I'm, not lazy, a few bits of proper raiding content, a bit of roleplay, if anyone's into that, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'm sure Alex will join me for that.
Maybe.
Maybe.
And
Depends how it
when,
goes.
Most decisive cinema in years.
and
Just
That's
be
what
a
she said.
nutshell.
and when GOG Galaxy launches properly later this year, we'll do some old games, some stuff like Star Wars Battlefront 2 and Dungeon Keeper, maybe.
Yeah, sounds good.
Stuff like that, because
Classical stuff.
old games are fun, and
Pokemon Yellow for the win!
God.
Battlefront 2 probably still will have a better multiplayer than the new Battlefront game when it comes out, because EA.
Cause EA. We all know and all trust EA with our lives and money, right, guys? Right?
Just
Right.
They announced this week, maybe last week, I don't know. Recently, they announced that it's going to have Battlelog, the thing that drives cancer into Battlefield 3 and 4. The matchmaking thing so instead of having browsers, it does matchmaking for you, and it doesn't work.
Oh, it's like the annoying Battlefield computer thing where you have to go on a website to play a game,
Yeah, pretty much.
and you have to download Punkbuster and all that rubbish.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Oh, that was
That's
a pain in the ass.
pretty much, as far as I know. I didn't really play Battlefield. Yeah, I didn't really play Battlefield. I can't say that word.
drink?
Battlefield!
3 or
Just going
4.
to mention Jim's choice of drink working very well for the recording software. Recording of events.
I'm gonna go cry in the corner.
You do that, Jim. You do that.
So, speaking of Battlefront, the new one, what are we like? This is the first thing people are probably going to watch. What are we excited for this year? This is the first thing we've done this year. What are we excited for in 2015?
I'm gonna step off the board with my nerdy geekiness. The next patch of WoW, I'm quite interested in.
Why? Why are you excited for it, James?
Well, yeah, the new dungeon's coming out, so it's all nice to get get bored of kicking the crap out of those ogres, fancy kicking crap out someone else for a change. And of course, the world's greatest weapon. There will be an image pasted over the top of this audio of the world's greatest weapon. Spin around a few times, then gleam off the side. But yes, looking forward to all that.
Anything else you're really excited for this year?
Other than that, no, I must admit. Nothing that really popped out at me. Nothing ever really does pop out, to be fair. I'm quite a sad person when it comes to gaming.
Yeah. Games this year I'm excited for. There's the nostalgia in me that's excited for the new Battlefront, but then there's but what did they do with poor Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3?
How have they butchered it today?
SimCity and Sims 4, and basically if it's not a sports game, EA are not your people. So yeah, I'm excited for it, but I don't want to be excited
It's
for it.
dreaded excitement.
Yeah. It's the same with the films, to be honest. It's
true.
being released at the end of the year. It's being released right in December.
Oh God, I saw that thing about flipping Disney releasing some of the new Star Wars films. There will be an image of the ridiculous flipping lightsaber. That's old news, admittedly, but I think it's that bad. It needs to be revived, poked at again.
Probably does. The 3-pronged lightsaber. I don't know.
Yeah, that horrific thing.
It could be good. You don't know.
Could be good, but I'm not looking good so far.
Past that, I'm really looking forward to GTA 5 on PC. Hopefully they've made actually a workable game, which would be interesting for Rockstar after GTA 4.
Yet again, hoping is used avidly in that sentence.
But I reckon they've had enough time. They've had enough. Like, it works
Resources.
fine. It worked fine on the PS4 and Xbox One. I didn't hear anything bad, like any bugs or anything, just it not working at a good frame rate or anything. Admittedly, it probably only worked at 30 FPS, but I'm pretty sure on PC it probably will be fine at 60 and fine at high resolutions and stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. as
Fair
far as
enough.
at this time, there is no reason to be alarmed. I'm not going to pre-order it because there's no point.
What do you think we are, rich people? But
Speaking of, they had enough time. There's Final Fantasy 15.
Oh god, yeah.
oh god, no.
There's going to be a reason.
No.
There's going to be a
No.
reason to turn on my PlayStation again.
Oh no, wait. They probably won't. They're going to delay it for the inevitable PlayStation 5, and then it's going to be delayed for PlayStation 6. You know, this is what Square do.
I'm happy they're delaying it, because then I, can prepare for the fact that I
But
need
yeah,
to
no,
whip out my own fucking throat and bash
this-
it against the game to enjoy it.
This year
Oh,
is
sorry,
the
was that
year.
salt coming out there? Let me just wipe my tongue a moment.
This is the year of two things. This is the year of early access, like the good early access games. They're all coming out this year. So things like The Escapists and Prison Architect. Prison Architect launched out of beta, sorry, like last week. I think, maybe. I don't know. But Prison Architect is now out, and everyone's really happy
Please
because
don't
it's a
quote
really
us
good
on our
game.
factual facts.
Kerbal.
If we're wrong,
after-
there will be a
after
small
nearly
image coming
after
up
ne-
to prove Jim wrong.
After nearly 2 years in early access, Kerbal Space Program is coming out this year.
Wait, that was early access?
Yeah.
I thought it was a full-fledged game. Shit.
Nope. It's been early access.
Jesus Christ. Tell
So,
me what I know.
like, good games are coming out from early access this year, but it's also the year of JRPGs. We've got
God,
things.
the JRPGs, Jesus Christ.
Well, we've got Final Fantasy 15, Kingdom Hearts 3, purportedly, and Persona 6, 5.
No,
What are we on?
6 is already out, I thought. No, 5's already out, so it'll be 6.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a
again,
new
don't
Persona
quote me
game
on the
coming out
facts.
this year. Like a full, not like Persona 4 Golden where it's just a fighting game, it's going to be a full-on JRPG. And all of them
You got the wrong
apparently-
one.
Did I?
Persona 4 Golden was the remake of Persona 4. The fighting game was Persona 4 Arena.
Wasn't there? Oh, okay.
Alex,
Fair enough.
knowing his JRPG.
Fair enough.
That's
I don't
really-
follow the Persona stuff that much.
Yeah,
don't-
I don't follow it that much either, but I do know because I've played both games.
And a game that both me and Alex could potentially be excited for that is yet unnamed and ungenred and everything from our dear friend Spike Chunsoft. Apparently there's something coming out this year from him. If you don't know who that is, he made 999 and Virtue's Last Reward, and apparently there's a game coming out from him this year. Apparently he's really excited for it. It might be the third game in the Zero Escape series. We don't know.
Please be the third game of Zero Escape. Okay, guys, we have to stop talking about Zero Escape because for anyone who has not played it, it is not fair.
No.
Let's be honest.
No. Just
And if we do talk
if you
about-
have,
said
if
person.
you have a 3DS or a 2DS or something in whatever those things are, go find 999,
quote unquote find.
which is
Steal.
9 doors, 9 hours or something like that. Some variation
very
on that effect.
If you search that,
Oh, is it
something
that
along
game?
those lines, you'll find it.
I remember
Yes,
you guys
it
talk
is.
about that for fucking hours.
I
And
don't.
then play that game, then go out immediately because you'll have loved it. Get all the endings because it's one of those games. Get all the endings, then go immediately out and buy Virtue's Last Reward, Zero Escape Virtue's Last Reward, and play that through because it's just more of the same but better. You Americans actually get really good voice acting. The European version has has Japanese voice acting still. One of the voices really annoyed me, so I had to play the game mostly silent.
I was just going to add that as an alternative, if you are one of those unfortunate people not to have a 3DS, in which case, what the hell are you doing? Get a 3DS right now. It's a really good console. But you do...
Especially since they're bringing out the new 3DS this year. The old 3DSs are going really cheap. They're still good consoles. There's still good games on those consoles. Go get them.
If you are one of those people who does have a PS Vita, though, you can find copies of Virtue's Last Reward on that as well.
There you go. There's Alex's
And
tip
if
of
you own a
the tip of the
Vita,
day.
you probably do want to play those games, and you probably already have, because there aren't that many games on the Vita, and all of them are Japanese. All of them.
Well, there's Final Fantasy X remake, but that's also on the PlayStation. That's also like on, is it PS3 or PS4? I can't remember. Three.
Probably.
And with that, they include Final Fantasy X-2, the game that literally nobody cares about and wish never existed.
Yep.
Um,
Anyway, moving swiftly off.
that's stuff we're excited for this year, I think. That pretty much wraps up games, at least. Film-wise, there's like all the Marvel films coming out this year, and I'm
Oh yeah, the
gonna
Marvel
go see
reboots.
all of them. Probably
I
more
imagine-
than once.
I'm gonna ask this question vainly. Does anyone actually care about the new Maleficent film? Maleficent? Is that how you say it?
I like the
Insert
Maleficent
rage comments below.
I
You
like
mean
the
the?
Maleficent.
I haven't seen it.
No, sorry, is it coming out soon or is it already come out?
The
This is
Maleficent film's on DVD. It's been out
Yeah,
for ages.
Maleficent.
Yeah, that tells you how dated I am. I haven't got a flipping clue.
Well,
No, it's
are you sure you're talking about the right thing? Because Maleficent's the Disney thing with
The big dragon, yeah.
the big dragon.
there is, in all fairness, there is a big dragon at the end of it.
Oh, okay.
She transforms
yeah.
something into a
It's like
dragon.
the last scene, but it's like the most
Oh,
memorable
okay.
bit.
As I said, I
particularly-
haven't seen it, so
No, I do
Sorry,
like it, but
quick,
only
put
because
the spoiler alert button up.
no,
Wait,
I do
don't
like.
do that. I have to draw it. Don't do it.
speaking of actually something we can talk about very briefly, and I don't know, Alex, you might not have seen it, but over the weekend, me and James went to see, also James and I, for the grammar Nazis, we went to see Big Hero 6, which is which is not, as I thought it would be, the sequel to Big Hero 5, which was an amazing. No, Big Hero 6.
Wait, you went together?
Yeah, I went back home over the weekend, last weekend.
Damn you for having a life.
Yeah, I needed a break from uni, so I went home.
Everything. The life, universe.
Yeah, so
42.
Big Hero 6, James, what did you think? I know we've already talked about this, but what did you think?
I spent most of the film laughing either at the film or at the other people in the cinema. Like, there was a really tearful scene at the end. And I was like, oh, I might actually cry. And then some guy starts bursting out proper, like, I had to fucking stand there with my hands in my face, just trying not to laugh. While this really sad scene. The people behind me thought I was a fucking masochist.
I just looked over to James and we're both there trying not to laugh.
Is it like watching Twilight? The film is so bad, but it's so hilariously funny.
the
it's
film
bad.
is-
film
the
was
film is
good.
really
Just
good.
The guy crying at the end just set me off.
There were certain things in the film that obviously affected
Oh,
people
God.
in a way that was very different to us, especially me, because it's one of the
Me
characters is a
and
robot.
Jim spent the entire film criticising it.
Oh, that film.
One of the characters is a robot, and I do computer science at university, and I work with robots occasionally, and I work with computer programs and stuff, and so most of the, I don't want to give anything away,
Subtle
but
hints.
most of the problems that were in the film centering around the robot character are completely moot points because stuff like that just wouldn't happen. Not like this thing is impossible, it's just like there are things that would happen.
Why would you care when you could do this?
The genre is called sci-fi for a reason.
Yes, I did mention that to Jim.
But
I didn't stop him from complaining about.
yeah,
50
it was a plot. It was a
different
plot. It was a plot hole that I found, and it was. I won't talk about it because it's
We
still in
spent
cinemas.
most of the film
Well-
just sitting there going, "That shouldn't have happened." But
I
yeah,
say it's still in
it's a
cinemas.
sci-fi, Jim. But it shouldn't have happened. It's a sci-fi. It's a kids' sci-fi film, Jim.
You could go into all the technical intricacies of everything that is wrong with the physics in Star Trek, but why bother? It takes the fun out of it.
Well, aside from Star Trek Voyager, where you count how many for a spaceship that's stranded, it does seem to have a lot of resources to build new shuttlecraft.
Yeah, where
And
does
that's
it
all
all
I'm going
come
to say.
from?
I am a Star Trek nerd. Just so many shuttles. Some guy works out that they go through like 20 shuttles and 3 of these really expensive experimental shuttle things that they build, called the Delta Flyer. Um, yeah, Star Trek
Moving
everyone.
swiftly away
Star
from
Trek everyone.
insight into Jim's sadness.
Ah.
Yeah, so that was a enjoyable
Speaking
film.
of Big Hero 6. I recommend you go see it if you liked
To have the
the Lego Movie or
Everything is
anything that Disney have ever made ever.
watch it. If not,
Then recommend go watch
then
it.
you're a sad person. You should probably be alone.
If you preferred,
It's a bit harsh.
if you
Oh, well.
if you prefer things like Captain America: The Winter Soldier, then
You should also be hung, drawn, and quartered.
yeah, you could go and watch it, and it's a reasonably good superhero film, but it's a little bit more kid friendly.
It is a kid film. At the end of the day,
Yeah, it was a kid film, but they did a really good job of making a
it
superhero
had
film
enough
too.
little hints and nods in it to keep the elders
Yeah.
in the cinema amused.
Yeah.
Or the two sad gits sitting in the comfort seats laughing at each other.
Yeah, the only people there who weren't accompanying people smaller than them
Or female.
or female. Speaking of female, just as a reminder, something I wasn't going to talk about, but I was going to say tomorrow. No, Saturday. We're recording this on Thursday. Saturday is Valentine's Day, and what comes out on Valentine's Day this year, guys?
Suicide letters.
No.
Suicide
Yes,
letters.
but no. I was talking
Way
about.
to start a conversation with Alex. Go morbid as fuck. I love it.
I was talking about film wise. The film that everyone wants to see this year. So last year on
Is that the
Valentine's
one
Day,
I believe it is?
last year we had the most inappropriate film came out last year on Valentine's Day. Just as a segue here.
Is that 50 Shades
No,
of...
that's this year. Last
Ah.
year,
What was
Die
last year's?
Hard, Die Hard with a
Oh,
Vengeance,
yeah.
or Die Hard 5.
All the men were happy. That's
It
all
was
I'm
so
gonna say.
weird. It was so weird. I don't know why they brought it out. They had the best advert because it was basically the advert said, "This Valentine's Day is a good day to die hard," and I'm like, "That's amazing."
Strange, but
It's a
amazing.
euphemism
Shame it was a
there.
really bad film. But this year we've gone back to romantic stuff, and it's
I have a very interesting
romantic
fact you might like
stuff.
about this film, by the way.
50 Shades of Grey.
Yep. So, pointed out to me as a friend of mine was doing DIY, and he went into I believe it was Home Bargain. It's one of those American folk, and he went to buy some rope to do up a kind of like very badly done bird bath. This is a story he gave to me, by the way. So if you don't think it's true, which personally I don't either, but you know. And anyway, so the guy he went in and he
3
asked
sheets
for
to the
some rope.
win, always using the most reliable of sources.
Oh, right. My mate over there. Anyway, yes. So
Who knew a guy who
he
knew a
came
guy
in
who
and said,
knew a guy.
unfortunately, didn't have any rope. So he inquired, what, you've like run out of rope? And I went, yeah, we've been on a bit of a rope shortage recently. And someone mentioned this new film that came out, and my friend had a sort of an epiphany of sorts, where he realised suddenly why there was no more rope in Home Buy.
This is
I'll let that settle in a few seconds.
This is legitimately a thing. B&Q, which is a big brand, it's basically
I think
for our American viewers. We don't have a lot of like small stores in towns and things that sell just like DIY stuff. We have a big brand called B&Q. Sponsored video. No, but they sell basically. If you want something DIY, you go there and you can buy it. We also have another shop called Wix, but they're a little bit more fitted kitchens
They're rare
and stuff.
almost.
They're a bit more like fitted kitchens and tiles and things. They're less tools and stuff. But they sent around a flyer and it somehow got out online. And you've possibly seen this, but they think like they're preparing for this weekend. People going into B&Q and buying ropes and cable ties and things like that just like the characters in the film do. They're anticipating this, and they're making it so their customer care people read the book so they can give support on, yes, this robe will be
That
more
sounds
suitable.
like the very dodgiest excuse just
To get people to read the
staff.
book. Yeah, I know.
This is all for business, strictly. This sounds like an excuse that one of the bosses gave. It's not very appropriate work attire. Well, actually, it is, sir. I mean, the video it's coming out soon. I need to research what the store needs. Yeah. He says, sitting in the back there, a very weird stain on the front of his trousers and a rather large amount of tissue hanging
That
around.
was inappropriate. So yeah, that's a thing. 50 Shades of Grey. I'm not going to go see it. I'd have no interest. It's apparently got
Slice.
10 minutes of porn in it, so maybe might be worth it if I can get the cinema to myself. Moving swiftly on, let's segue into the news by
Yeah, somehow.
using the date. Next week, and I'm gonna
Date magic.
I'm now gonna double check this because I'm 100% now. I've got this wrong. Come back to me. Talk about something.
Right,
No,
so
don't.
Jim's incompetent fool.
It's fine. 1 week from today, which is Thursday, it's the Thursday the 12th. So 1 week from today, on Thursday the 19th, it's Chinese New Year. And to celebrate, I decided.
Go something.
I don't know.
I think I remember something on League about Year of the Goat, so it's like my entire knowledge. Yeah, again, stable sources, people.
Yeah, possibly.
Only the most credible sources on our channel.
But I basically I wanna plug a product, and I don't know. Basically, I went on Amazon and I searched for chopsticks because I love eating food with chopsticks and stuff, and I've gotten really used to it. And I bought this really nice set of 2 dark wood chopsticks, and they came in a nice little wicker thing, and they've got the chopstick stand, and it's all it's adorable.
Legit.
It's legit and adorable.
That's
And-
not the word I use, but sure.
I would recommend people learn how to eat with chopsticks because it's like the most fun ever. It's
I'm
like,
sure
like
we'll do a
forks-
video for the
forks
new
are-
year of me and Alex using chopsticks.
oh, that's something
For
I've
the
got to do.
pure amusement.
Using
I'll do
chopsticks isn't too bad though.
No,
Yeah,
chopsticks
but I
chopsticks
suck
is
at
great.
it, so.
We'll go to a Chinese restaurant at some point, and I
No,
will
we
make
just get
you
like the
eat
most difficult food you can eat with chopsticks and have a challenge.
peas. Peas are the most
A
difficult
plate full
food
of
I've ever had to
peas
try and
solid
eat.
chocolate.
I mean, like peas, you tend to wouldn't eat with chopsticks because they don't, as far as I know. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't think
That
much.
must have some sort of bean.
They must have something small, but I think most of it's sort of rice and like that's the smallest thing they have. And
They can the rice. They just make their food kind of sticky.
Chinese rice is not as sticky.
Stodgy. this word
Japanese rice is very stodgy. And that sticks together because it's like if you ever have sushi or sushimi, that rice isn't. It's not like they don't add to it. They literally, it's just that sticky, and it just gets when you cook it, it just sticks together like that.
Immaturity aside.
So yeah, I just wanted to talk about the fact that I have a chopstick set, and I'm really proud of it. Well, not proud, like I'm really pleased with it. It's really adorable.
Thank you for sharing your sad story. Moving swiftly on.
News. I was going to talk about Evolve. I now don't really want to.
Right, let's get it all off then, shall we? Evolve.
Evolve came out this week, everyone. Don't know if you noticed. It's been all over Steam and PC
Everywhere.
Gamer,
Every
YouTube.
flipping where. Right, Jimothy here has played a little bit of Evolve.
So I own XCOM, and anyone who owned XCOM in November, I think it was, might have been October, got to play a alpha / beta / this was just the game build. And I played for 33 minutes on my Steam account. It says 33 minutes, and that sounds about right because I didn't really enjoy the game that much because it gave me a headache because it has no FOV slider. That's still something that's in the game, by the way. No FOV slider. Evolve really reminded me of Left 4 Dead 2. Like especially the PvP stuff, when you can play against people as zombies. It really reminded me of that. But it reminded me of a really slow version of that. And
So the one good thing about it,
yeah, the
is
really quick combat in Left 4 Dead 2 and the really interesting stories and the interesting worlds and the objective-based play where you didn't like fighting zombies wasn't actually the main point of Left 4 Dead 2. It was getting through these worlds and
so I'm
surviving.
feeling anything good from Left 4 Dead 2. Remove that,
Pretty much.
put dinosaurs and creatures in, and there you go, done.
Pretty much.
New
That
game.
was
Get on the
definitely the
market.
impression. Obviously, I only played 30 minutes, but I've seen people playing it and I've heard people talking about it. It doesn't seem like it's changed.
There will be an email on the image on the video right now. All hate comments to be emailed.
Yeah.
That email. Okay, thank you. Just write out of that.
Yeah, I didn't like Evolve. I can see why people did, and people do. I'm looking at the Steam page now, and the user reviews are mixed. It's about 3,000. Well, it's 3,492 positive, 1,902 negative. Helpful. The top one's negative. The next one's negative. The next one's negative. The next one's negative. The next one's negative. Those are pre-release ones. That one's negative. That's negative. That's all of the helpful ones are negative, basically.
Good start.
Evolve is and something that did crop up. The only time I've ever seen people on like stream or in videos, the only time I've seen people have fun in Evolve is when they were playing with friends. Like when all 5 people were friends. So you have, for those of you who don't know or haven't seen, in Evolve you have 4 hunters and then the monster, and that makes up your 5. And unless you're playing all with friends, it's not as good. It's not.
I believe I made a comment to this earlier on, which was if you took TF2 and fed the heavy too many sandwiches, bam.
Another
I
thing,
feel it's one of those games like TF2 where it's just better with friends.
yeah,
Because if you don't have that kind of friend competition against the person on the other side, it's not going to be the kind of competition you'd get if you played, dare I say it, Black Ops.
Yeah.
Shun.
Something else that has really annoyed people, and it really did annoy me, is the amount of DLC that's available to buy now.
Oh yeah, the characters.
So this game launched
release.
on Tuesday, I think. Maybe earlier, it might have been Monday, or it launched earlier, like in the last week. And you could pre-buy, so you can buy Evolve for $34.99 of your well-earned British pounds, which is about $45, probably. I don't know. I'll just keep it in pounds.
Yet again, sources, don't trust us.
You can then buy the digital deluxe edition, which includes Evolve and the Season Pass, for $46.99 of your well-earned British pounds. You can.
Does that include the game? Or
That
is
includes.
literally...
That's the game. That's the game and the Season Pass.
Okay. That's not as bad as I originally
The Season
thought.
Pass on its own is £20, so you do save about £10.
Some money.
You save about £9, £10. You can then buy the PC Monster Race. You see what they did there? Because they took Master Race and they made it Monster Race. Yeah, I didn't think it was funny either. That involves buying Evolve, the Hunting Season Pass, the 5th playable monster, 2 additional hunters, and 4 monster skins. Which, okay, skins, that's fair enough. DLC for skins, yep, that's fine. You can run with
One
that.
thing I didn't like about Borderlands is releasing skins. That just annoys me. I don't like when people release skins. Just like
Cosmetic things are perfectly
it
fine.
makes sense. It makes sense. I just didn't think it. Just the idea just spring in my head.
To me, cosmetic things, that's fine. I don't really care because it's not important to the game.
Yeah, it doesn't change the game.
But the 5th playable monster and the 2 additional hunters, it's not that you can't play in games with them if you don't buy them. They are included in Evolve. You download I don't know how much, it's like...
Basic version.
It requires 50 gigabytes, so you download 50 gigabytes of game, you get...
They are in that 50 gigabytes.
They are in that game, you just can't use them. You can't access them unless someone else has paid the extra £20, £25 to play with them. I don't know. As far as I know, hold on, I'm gonna have a look.
If you could hold the raid comments a few seconds.
As far as I know, there is no other way of accessing that 5th playable monster and the 2 additional hunters except buying the PC Monster Race bundle.
Have you played against them in your short time of
No,
playing?
because they weren't released when they've been developed since the first round.
When this video is released, we will have some information. There will be an answer here. Is the problem I have instantly is, are they pay to win? Are they easier / better than the 4 other monsters? If they are, it's a shit idea. If they aren't, then what's the fucking point in it?
I don't
Kind of catch
it
22.
annoys me that it's DLC that it's on disc DLC, which annoyed people with COD. I'm gonna put out there's probably a COD game. It annoyed people with loads of games when they did it a couple of years ago, and now there's a game here doing it again, and no one seems to.
There's
really
been quite
care.
angry.
Well, people aren't happy that they're paying $60 for a game and its season pass, and they're still not getting all the content. Because if you have the season pass, you don't get that 5th playable monster and the 2 additional characters. You
Wait,
don't get
what?
those. They aren't.
Wait, what?
Yeah, no, I know. They aren't included in the DLC stuff. The DLC stuff is skins. At the moment,
Jesus Christ.
2K have come out and said there will be other characters and things that are in the season pass released later. But as of recording, as far as I know, hand on heart, I haven't heard anything else. The 5th playable monster and the 2 additional hunters are pre-order bonuses.
Oh, they are fucking proper whipping you in the arse of that one.
So,
Like, hi, give us all your money for we butt fuck you.
bear in mind, this game still doesn't work very well with some NVIDIA cards and some setups. And by some I mean a fair few. It doesn't seem to work. It ran like shit on my system, and my system's not great, but I don't think I got over 20 FPS.
They really are taking the piss with that. That's piss-taking material right there.
So yeah. What are your thoughts on this, Alex? You've been quiet for so long.
Yeah.
I'm just listening. I am soaking in all the salt. I am letting it empower me. It will make me stronger.
Let forth the salt flow. Yeah, so we can all agree, Evolve.
At the moment, it seems they've done a shitty thing.
The problem with Evolve is I love the game, hate the business practice. Can't be doing with it.
Yeah.
Tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, in the comment sections, all 4 of you that are probably going to watch this video,
Yeah, tell us what
let's see
tell us
what
what you
people
think.
speak of.
Tell
In the
us what you
comments,
think
if you believe
this.
this is a good idea and you support Evolve's, I guess, business choices,
Business model, yeah. The business
then
model of
in the chat,
DLC.
Monster Go-Go. If you think Evolve is going in the wrong direction, Monster No-No.
That's amazing.
It's amazing. Hashtag Monster Go-Go, hashtag Monster No-No.
Moving on before my salt levels reach so high that I'm taken to hospital with high blood pressure. Let's talk
Okay.
about Smite.
Right. My turn to get salty. Alright, so, out of nowhere, my friend Jim over here says, do you want to play Smite? I was like, oh, yeah! I remember we played it when it first came out. It was a brilliant little game. I had so much fun, like, one-shot people with Ra, hashtag balance champion and all that.
Fucking Ra.
No,
No, to be fair, it's
God,
not Ra anymore, it's Anubis. Anubis is...
God, James, it's not Ra, it's Lux. Get it right.
Sorry, yeah, so Lux, yeah, that's it. So, like, I tried to download it. And I'm not going to lie, I can be thick sometimes. Everyone in this
Sometimes.
conversation will instantaneously... Oi, you. Well, everyone will vouch in this conversation that I can be a little thick. But, it took me and Jim nearly, is it 2 hours?
I don't know.
It was an afternoon, easily, of pissing about, relogging. I had to reinstall at one point my Steam to see if that would fix it. I did so many stupid things I saw on the internet to try and fix it. It just wouldn't load. It wouldn't connect to the servers. It wouldn't patch at one point. Then it wouldn't just download. It wouldn't accept the download link. It was just awful. I mean, if anyone else has had that problem and they've solved it, please, the dear God, tell me. If anyone else had that problem and they haven't solved it, when I solve it, I'll tell you. But other than that problem, which is a small problem, I guess. Well, not really, but it's a personal problem. Other than that problem, what does everyone else think?
I love Smite. Honestly, I think I haven't played enough Smite to say that I prefer it to League of Legends. I've obviously played a load more League.
There's a couple of things I like about it. Like when I did play it, I liked the system where they did with you had to have good karma. If you left the game, your karma was gone, and you could only do a ranked game with 100% karma. That's a fucking idea from the heavens. Such a good idea. It gets
That
rid of
pun,
people
though.
dropping out and thanks. Just generally, just kind of ruin the game for people.
And I really
Yeah.
like they've done with Smite. They did the voice button command. So if you push V, it opens up a voice menu thing. So you don't say anything, but it does audio commands to everyone on your team. And not commands, but it's like you can say "I'm coming left" or "We're being
Attack, yeah.
fucked right, so come and help us," or "push mid," or and I think it's I think
it's not
it's
like your voice, but it's
VVGG. Yeah, I think
pre-made commands.
yeah, and you can buy voice packs and make it sound like you're God or something. I haven't really looked into it.
I like that idea. When a
Eight.
little. Sorry, you first.
But yeah, I really like that about the game. And I like there's loads of little things. I think just having the different perspective. So Smite is third person. Just having
I like the third person.
yeah, just being in that like you are so much closer to the action. And I know that's pretty much ripped from one of their adverts, but you just are. You see little things, little animations or little details that you just can't necessarily see in things like League and Dota.
It's not like you can't see it. It's just
it's
obscure.
harder
Like, I find,
to see,
especially in League. Like when you start getting down to it and you start getting good, you don't look at the game anymore. You're just looking at the shiny effects, hoping that when you get out the other side, you're the characters that are still standing, and not the enemy characters.
Yeah.
You kind of lose the prettiness of it all. But at least in this perspective, yeah, there's still going to be a giant fucking fireball flying around everywhere. But at least you can kind of see it from your perspective. So you going into the fight, and then you getting fucked by the giant fireball, and praying to dear God you're alive at the end.
Yeah,
It's a
I
nice
agree.
little touch.
Smite makes you appreciate its art a lot more than so. Like when League had the Summoner's Rift update
Oh God!
to change the map, a lot of people struggled at first because the map was different. It's the exact same map. They've changed very little about the map.
What little changes were fairly big considering, I must admit.
Well, no, I mean like the graphics wise, they changed a lot.
Yeah, but like
And the jungle-
like changing the jungle camp size,
And the jungle change.
surprisingly did a lot of change.
Yeah, jungle they did a lot too. But
Have fun.
when
with
it
it.
came to
I
actually
hate
playing,
that
the
jungle.
lanes were pretty much the same.
Yeah,
The
brushes disappeared. That was quite funny.
yeah, some of the brushes were moved slightly to make it more symmetrical.
Some were just deleted. Like the top lane is now 3 brushes, which confuses me now. It wastes more of my wards. I don't have many. I have 1 per like fucking.
Awards win games.
By wards win games.
But yeah, Smite. Speaking of map updates, Smite are going through theirs. I don't know. It might have already happened. It might be happening soon. They're doing the same with their. They call it Conquest, which is their 3-lane pushing map. They're
Very
doing,
big Twitter tree line.
they're putting 3-lane, James, not 2-lane.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. That's
They've done a
evidence
big
my
visual
earlier
updates.
point.
And it looks really, from what I've seen, from their videos and things, it looks amazing. I think it's really good. They've taken this opportunity to see what happened in the season 1, their first season of competitive play, and go, oh yeah, that's
We
not
didn't
balanced.
like that bit. That bit didn't seem to work very well.
Yeah.
We'll change that bit.
yeah, so they've made so League has Dragon and Baron. The equivalents on Smite are Gold Fury and the Fire Giant. They've made those the way
They always seem to
to
be
get
like out
into
of reach when I played it.
well to get into a bit more of the mechanics of the game. They have all of the jungle camps have areas, so there's sort of marked circle areas. If you go outside those areas, the camps will stop attacking you. Basically, you're out of their range. They've now made those areas for, I think, all the jungle camps bigger, because what was happening is a team was engaging Gold Fury, for example, and then they were attacked from the other side. As soon as they left the arena of Gold Fury would go back and reset, and the other team would not gain any benefit from attacking other than stopping the team getting Gold Fury. Is anyone still following me?
I am still following you. I understand that.
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
Basically,
100%.
they've changed leashing, they've changed the jungle, and they've changed it for, as far as I can tell, the best. It seems. And
Best of intentions, at least.
Jim. You know what it's making me think of? Whenever I try like a normal game in LoL, and I try a kiting jungler like Twisted Fate, just for the sake of it. And I kite just too far, and I'm just report blue buff. It's too tanky. No, it's not. It's just regenning. Ah!
Yeah.
Kill the blue buff.
Something that Smite does a lot better than League. League. This is something that League, that Riot always put in their patch notes. We want clarity. We want people to know what's happening. We try and put things in the best possible place so you know what's happening at all times. Smite does it so much better, in my opinion. I never really struggle knowing what is currently happening to me. I never think, how the hell did I die just then? And then look and see a whole load of debuffs on my thingy bar. Because I just know that they're there. And it's perhaps because I'm so much closer to the character that I can see the visual effects of them, perhaps. But yeah, Smite does clarity a lot better than League does.
All rage comments naturally to go to the same email. Be up about now.
Yeah, just all the rage comments. LOL best game ever, and then predictably, no, Dota 2 is better. And then that's
they all have their special little place in my heart. Dota is too hard for me. I'm not that hardcore. I can't play Dota. Perhaps if I'd never played League, then maybe I could have.
The only time I ever play Dota right now is to learn to last hit, because if you can last hit in Dota, you can last hit with just about any character in League, no matter how shitty their auto animation is. It's just, it reminds me of Season 3, Season 2, Anivia basic attack animation. Oh,
good fun.
So much missed CS.
So many dreams. But yes.
So yeah, we will be playing Smite. I will.
Hopefully,
if it means
I will join them in playing Smite.
If it means I have to come and, because both me and Alex bought the God Pack, I think, didn't we? Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got like all the gods
so
and all the gods that release in future, didn't we?
Yeah, that was an amazing deal.
I haven't bought that yet.
That was an amazing deal. It's like £20. For those of you who don't know, and I think it's still a thing. I'll have a look.
I think they removed it recently.
I
think I remember something about it because I remember there was lots of.
Yeah, I'm just going to have a look now. But for a while, for about £20, you could buy all of the gods. Because Smite works on the same thing as League, where all the gods are locked and you have to buy them in game and whatever.
They do. I find they do it slightly better. It's a lot less grindy.
Yeah.
Again, maybe that's just because I've got to the point where I own so many of the cheap champs in League, and I want all the really fucking 630 ones that's like, let me grind 50 games to buy a champ, forget to buy a room page, and crap myself to sleep every night. But other than that.
Yeah. But you could buy the God Pack, or it was something like that. The Ultimate God Pack. Oh, that's the sale. Yeah, you could buy the Ultimate God Pack, and it basically had all of the gods and all the gods they're going to release. And for £20, that's ridiculous.
I mean, what was 20 quid get you on League? 4 skins of medium rarity.
Not a lot.
23 quid is a legendary
If you're
skin.
lucky, you might get Pulsefire Ezreal if you trade mystery gifts with someone. But what's the chance of that happening?
Apparently, quite a lot.
Yeah. Includes all gods, current and future. You can still buy it. Go and do it. If you play Smite, they give you 10 gods, I think, to play with at the start anyway.
Yeah,
If you enjoy
they don't
it,
skimp on the gods, I must admit.
if you enjoy it and you can see yourself playing it more, buy for $29.99 US dollars, $20.99 Great British pounds, or €23.99 euros. You can buy all the gods, current and
now
future.
become a telemarketer show.
Yeah.
Insert Christian Rage comment below.
Why Christian?
There is only one God.
I see.
I could have said Muslim, but it doesn't matter.
Bad puns are bad. All hate mail, please go to this email address here.
But yeah, no, that's a really good deal. And Smite, Hi-Rez, the guys behind Smite, spoil us with that. Especially when you look at the Heroes of the Storm. Oh dear, the one I bought. Yeah.
The founder pack for Heroes of the Storm really is.
It's
like compared to fucking.
Compared
Smite.
to that, it's stupid. But compared to actually in-game stuff, you do get your money's worth.
Oh yeah,
we sat down and worked it out.
But Blizzard are doing
yeah.
what Blizzard
But it's
does
still
best.
it is
Shaking you
Heroes
upside
of the
down and
Storm.
draining whatever little money you have.
Yeah, I think that was partly why I stopped playing Heroes. It just took far too long to get characters, whereas at least in League, I feel like I'm getting somewhere. Like I've actually got quite a load of IP stashed at the moment.
So with Heroes for £30 you can get into the beta, which is what people are going to be paying for mainly. But you also get 3 champions, some gold,
Heroes,
3 skins, and a special mount.
Yeah, the golden side.
The golden wolf mount. Yeah, and all of that combined
#fraud.
is in theory worth more than £29.99 Great British pounds. In theory, so it does become kind of worth it. But at the same time, the 3 gods aren't amazing. I had a bit of fun with Diablo. I probably will play more Diablo. But is it worth it? Probably not. If you're not that into
Well, if you like the game, it's worth it. But I mean, if you're starting off,
there's no way to know if you like the game because you can't play it.
Yeah, you can't play off the stuff when you get it.
If you
That's the one
really
problem
want to
with it.
play Heroes of the Storm, then it's probably worth it. But you're probably going to get in the next couple of weeks anyway. Because so many people are getting added.
and still reminds me of the sad life that is only owning one hero. Tassadar, give me a hug.
Oh god, yeah.
When you're ready, he's like, give me a hug.
So yeah.
Hashtag stealth tank.
Um,
Oh, glory to stealth tank.
that about wraps things up, I think.
Yes.
We've been going for about an hour, so well done for
We
anyone who
will
got
all
here.
bid you a grand day, and
Oh.
hope your beverages are ever flowing.
So yeah, in the description there will be links to things.
Many
My channel,
factors that
my
we have mentioned.
my main channel, my own channel, where you will find a glorious amount of non-content,
Yes, glorious
Just-
non-content.
bloopers, and I think I might make a series of stupid things James says. I think that will best find its place on my channel. And I will also,
That'd be an endless channel.
yeah, I'll
Just
also
dumb
be
shit
doing.
James said.
I'll be doing stuff. Oh, also, there's my Twitter. You guys don't have Twitter, do you?
I think I do have a Twitter, but it's a roleplay Twitter, so.
In theory, I have Twitter. In practice, I don't ever use it.
Yeah, that's
There
about
we
the
go.
same. Yeah,
So you can go look at my Twitter. I think it's at Squircular Cat. It's in the description and probably on screen now. The reason it's not Spherical Cat is I don't know. I don't know why it's not the Spherical Cat. Apparently
we
the
mentioned
Spherical Cat
Jim's
is
ability to
taken.
become drunk.
Apparently it's taken. I don't know by who, but so yeah, I'm not Spherical Cat, which is very annoying.
The hunt for
Yeah,
spherical cat.
go follow me on there and watch as I don't tweet anything ever until I do. Most of the time it is
And you'll know it would have been worth all those years.
most of the time it is replies to Mike Biffle, creator of Thomas Was Alone. I tend to tweet him a lot. Maybe I will tweet some more because of this. Maybe I won't.
Maybe we'll actually make our own tweet.
Yeah,
Make
maybe
our
you
own
should.
little, get around to making our own little channel, Twitter, if we're that popular. So you can always look forward to that. If we do, by the time this video comes up, it will be in the description. If not, then maybe next time.
And there will also be links to things if I can be bothered to find news
Think it should.
articles about shit that we talked about today.
If we can be asked.
It might
I
also
believe
just
that is all.
yeah, no, that's everything.
Then we'll bid you a good day.